At last year's PC game show, Tripwire revealed a new game that they were publishing called Maneater, a shark action RPG. Now fast forward to this year's E3, Tripwire revealed a new Maneater trailer and revealed some Maneater gameplay. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back and hope you're doing awesome today. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video, and thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Definitely appreciate it. So to start out with, guys, what is Maneater? At this year's PC game show, John Gibson, the president of Tripwire, was kind of asked to describe Maneater, and what he said is that Maneater is Grand Theft Auto but with sharks. And I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing, like, huh? What do you mean? As we go along in this video, I'm going to reveal all the different features of Maneater that they've talked about so far, and you'll kind of get the bigger picture of why they, describe it as Grand Theft Auto but with sharks. Now to start with, guys, there are a couple things that have changed with the development of Maneater. Originally last year when they showed off Maneater, it was being developed by Alex Quick, the original Killing Floor mod creator, evidently with 5 or 6 other developers. Well, what's changed this year is actually Tripwire, the developers behind Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2, Rising Storm Vietnam, and I think they have some other games, but those are the ones we all play. Anyways, they took over the development of Maneater, and evidently Bill Monk, the creative director behind Killing Floor 2, is now leading the team behind Maneater, and evidently they have like 40 different developers working on it at Tripwire. Now in Maneater, we're going to play as a bull shark, and Bill Monk was asked about, why are we going to be playing as a bull shark, and are we going to be able to play other types of sharks? And what he said was basically they chose the bull shark because evidently the bull shark is able to survive in saltwater and freshwater, and in Maneater we're going to be going to different, areas that are going to have freshwater and saltwater, so it made sense. Now, as far as Maneater goes, it isn't going to be a pure shark simulator, but they are trying to keep it grounded in reality. And as we go along here, I'll talk about some of the different evolutions they've revealed so far. And when they say this, I kind of think of Killing Floor 2, where Killing Floor 2, you're fighting a bunch of zombies or Zeds, but in the lore of Killing Floor 2, there's Santa Claus, and you can play as Santa Claus. So I mean, you can kind of see where they're going with this. Now, as I said, you will only play as the bull shark, but we will be encountering other sharks as we munch our way along. Now, the story in Maneater is going to be told through the point of view of a reality TV show called Shark Hunters vs. Maneaters. And according to the show, it's going to follow the ongoing feud between the shark and a fisherman called Scaly Pete. Now, evidently, Scaly Pete has disfigured the shark as a baby, so everything you do is going to be in the service of getting revenge against him. However, the shark can't talk, so the show's host, who is going to be voiced by Chris Parnell, who is known for Saturday Night Live, Rick and Morty, and Archer, he'll be offering commentary as we munch our way along.
A breaching shark is a beautiful and terrifying sight. Sharks will attack man whenever and wherever the two shall meet. This shark isn't quite ready to tackle the full-grown reptile.
Now, Chris Parnell is going to kind of be giving us play-by-play. Now, along with this, he's also going to be directing us to different areas and also helping us find different hidden caches and kind of, giving us advice. Now, with something like this, I'm sure you're wondering, like I'm wondering, is this going to get stale after a while? According to Bill Monk, they've recorded over 90 different lines so far of Chris Parnell making commentary while we're eating people. So you can tell that they're, really going to put a lot of different dialogue in here. And the overall tone of this game that they're aiming for is more of a dark comedy. So they're not trying to take it too seriously, but they're also trying to make it like a lot of fun, and it seems like really visceral. So in Maneater, we're actually going to move through different life stages, and we're going to start out as a baby. The interesting thing about it is everything you eat in Maneater, you're going to grow a little bit. So we're actually going to move through 5 life stages. First, we're going to start out as a baby, then we're going to be a teen, an adult, an elder, and a mega. Now, they didn't actually say megalodon, so, take that as you will. Now, with each life stage, you're going to not just get bigger, but you're also going to unlock new evolution slots. Now, you can acquire these new evolutions by defeating enemies, finding different caches in the worlds, and defeating the apex predators. Now, everything you eat in Maneater is going to give you 5 basic elements: proteins, fats, and something they're calling mutagen X. Now, you're going to receive different quantities of these from basically everything you eat, but you can also get larger quantities from finding chests. Now, the protein, fats, minerals, and mutagen X will be your upgrade currencies in Maneater. And they actually revealed some of the kind of crazy... Now, I don't know if these are evolutions or upgrade paths, because we really haven't seen anything, but they did give some examples. The first example they gave of upgrades or evolutions, I'm not sure which ones they are, but you can actually get metal teeth, which will allow you to bite through boat hulls. Next, you can also upgrade your tail so that you'll be able to jump further out of the water. You can upgrade your lungs so that you can stay on land longer and chew up more people. You can upgrade to bone armor on your head so you can ram boats. They also gave an example of catfish-like electronic disrupting whiskers, so you can disrupt fish or even boats that are close to you. So once you collect an evolution, you're going to be able to swap it in and out whenever you want to. Now, as far as gameplay goes, what you're going to do in this game, what they talked about so far is that they don't want to just have the game just be bite, bite, eat, bite, bite, eat. They're also revealed another mechanic they're also calling clamping down, where basically you clamp onto something, like a log or a turtle or like a person, and you can use them as a projectile weapon. And according to Bill Monk, different creatures, different people, different size of people. And he gave the example of an FPS where if you pick up a shotgun, it plays differently and does different things than if you pick up a sniper rifle. Here in Maneater, he gave different examples. One example he gave is that of a swordfish. If you clamp down on a swordfish and jump in the air and spit it out of your mouth, you'll spin around with your tail and shoot it off like a sniper rifle. And this same mechanic is going to work with explosive barrels. He said plus-sized people will have more impact. He also gave an example of logs, where you can clamp down on a log and do a whip shot, and it's going to helicopter towards whatever you're shooting it at. Now, in Maneater, there's going to be 7 different regions, and each one of these regions are going to have different types of wildlife, baseline predators, and an apex predator. And this is going to be the big boy that you've got to get big enough to defeat. Now, the goal in a region is to get big and strong enough and evolve enough in order to defeat the apex predator in that region. And each one of these apex predators is going to have a unique evolution as a reward. Now, as you enter a region and you're munching on the local wildlife, you're going to gain these apex predators' attention. Now, as far as the apex predator fights, they're meant to be really challenging, and again, you're going to have to defeat them to get access to a new region. And according to one article I read, they said that the apex predators are actually going to get stronger as you get stronger. And Tripwire showed a piece of concept art that showed a sperm whale with barbed wire on it as armor, which I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you start out in region 1, you go over to region 2, and maybe you can go back and whatever apex predator was there that you defeated maybe came back as a bigger, badder version, or maybe there's an end game. We'll have to wait and see. Now, as far as the apex predators go, they revealed an alligator, and they've also talked about a sperm whale, and evidently this is like the last region 7 whatever boss, because it's huge. So the way it sounds is you're not going to be able to just munch on the local wildlife without having some repercussions. Now, another interesting thing they revealed is you're not going to be able to do the same thing with the local people life. So you're not going to be able to just go on the beach or go munching on boats or people in boats or whatever. If you do enough of this, and this is where the Grand Theft Auto comparison comes in, there's actually like a wanted type system in here, where like in Grand Theft Auto, if you ran over too many civilians or did whatever, the police would come after you and get stronger and stronger and stronger until they destroyed you. They're doing the same thing in Maneater in the form of bounty hunters. And evidently in the closed door E3 Maneater gameplay preview they gave, some of the different press, the bounty hunters themselves are all named. Some of the names they showed were Bayou Billy and Two-Ton Shirley. And from what I've read, once you defeat a bounty hunter, that bounty hunter is going to be gone, and it's going to be replaced with a more powerful bounty hunter that's going to have more advanced tactics. So maybe the 1-star bounty hunter just has rifles. The 3 or 4-star bounty hunter will have rifles, maybe machine guns, and maybe depth charges. Now, just like in other games, you can choose whether or not you want to fight the bounty hunters, so you can go and swim and hide under a rock or whatever you want to do. However, if you defeat them, you're going to be rewarded handsomely. Now, the interesting thing about the bounty hunters, again, is that they are in limited supply, and you can actually kill all of them off in a region. Now, if you choose to do this, the region itself will be put in quarantine, which means there's going to be a lot less people on the beach and swimming in the water. So it's going to, in the end, make it a little more difficult for you to get big enough to defeat the apex predator. Or maybe it's just a different path you can choose. Now finally, the million-dollar question: when is Maneater's release date? According to John Gibson, the president of Tripwire at the PC Game Show 2019, he said that the goal is to have it out before next year's E3. So it doesn't have a solid release date yet, but they're calling it a release window of, next year before E3. Another thing you're probably wondering, is Maneater PS4 or Maneater Xbox One happening?
So we've announced PC, and that's all we can announce right now, but we were playing it on a controller.
So it sounds very possible. And another thing that points in this direction is the top Maneater keyword search on Google and YouTube is Maneater PS4. So I'd be willing to bet it'll be coming to console. Now the question about that would be, is it going to be coming to current gen consoles, Maneater PS4, Maneater Xbox One, or will it be Maneater PS5, Maneater Xbox whatever? It should be interesting to find out. Now next in the video, you're going to actually be able to check out the Maneater gameplay, or at least some of it that they showed off, and you're going to be able to hear Chris Parnell commentating along with what the shark sounds like.
A breaching shark is a beautiful and terrifying sight. Sharks will attack man whenever and wherever the two shall meet. This shark isn't quite ready to tackle the full-grown reptile. If you've ever eaten human flesh, then you know that while it has the red marbled appearance of beef, its flavor is more elusive. Can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage can.